It's been 4 weeks since the start of the new year, and you probably made a bunch of New Year's resolutions in the hope of 2025 being your year. While statistically, everyone's New Year's resolutions are cooked at this point, as this article kind of outlines, that 90% of resolutions are already cooked at 2 weeks, let alone 4 weeks. That's why I'm here to give you motivation to keep pushing and to make 2025 your best year ever. All right, y'all, I'm back doing things a little differently today. So it's really hard for me to get things done. I always got to kind of write them down. In fact, that was kind of my resolution for last year, was to write more lists and things like that. And well, I didn't do it, at least not consistently. Last year, I wrote my resolutions down in an Excel document and kind of kept track of everything. But yeah, I kind of fell off after about March. So this year it's going to be different, and you're going to help me keep on track. I also like to start every year with a mantra, something that kind of keeps me going, like a saying. And last year I had keep pounding. It kind of helped me like set an expectation of excellence, and just kind of draw on that in times when the grind kind of got grindy. This year my saying is balance. I'm kind of I'm bringing my work hard, play hard mentality to a whole nother level this year. And that's definitely going to be reflected on my New Year's resolutions this year. I encourage you to make your own saying and something that really speaks to you, because, when you're in those times of grinding and you've been in the gym 3 times and it's already 9 o'clock at night, you're going to need something to kind of dig you out of that hole. And there's not going to be anybody that's going to be able to save you from yourself except yourself. So here's my New Year's resolutions for this year. And here's the mantra up here, baby. Balance. Work hard, play. Oh, maybe it's work hard, play hard. I don't know. Nah, it's definitely both. And you'll kind of see as we go along here. So in broad strokes purposes, I kind of put my, kind of a year out here, January, February, March, all the way to December. And then as the months go on, I'll add individual days for all the days of the month. I've got 9 resolutions this year, and I intend on keeping all of them. So let's get right into it. So my first resolution is wish you were here post every Wednesday. And I know I said that before. I know it's been like 2 years, but this time I mean it. All right. Every Wednesday, there's gonna be a full length video, even if it's something dumb, but that's my promise this year. If not, I'll commit to running a half marathon in 2026. I'll say that right now, but it's not going to happen. So might as well make it a full marathon. All right. Maybe not. Don't get too crazy. So we're 5 for 5 in January. So making it Woo post every Wednesday. That's the easy one, self-explanatory. The next one is a little bit more in depth. I chose this number. I don't really know why, because it's an even number and I like it. This ends up being like 25, 26 workouts a month, which I feel like is doable. But as you can see, I'm not anywhere close to that right now, just with vacations and whatnot. I plan to keep doing those. And so I'm being kind of loose with this title. I think, if you walk 8 miles on a beach or at the mall or something, I feel like that should definitely count as a workout, though maybe people want from 100%, in a few months, I can say that as a doctor, I do believe that is working out. All right. Are you with a rock? And then I'll just have things on here. And so basketball definitely counts, ab workouts, things like that, traditional gym things. But 300 is a great number. 25, I got some work to do. All right, I'll admit, but you can double up and go to the gym and then go hoop or something, that works out for me. Next one, don't get hurt, but worse, because I had to add the worst because I already sprained my ankle like a week ago, but it wasn't really that bad. So don't get hurt worse, as in my usual state. If you know me, you know that I have a lot of musculoskeletal issues, broken collarbones, sprained ankles, sprained knees, things like that. That's kind of what I do. And constant back pain. Let's throw that in there. Just throw it into the mix. I'm pretty much got everything under the sun in terms of soft tissue injuries. But I'm hoping not to break anything, and I hope this isn't really bad foreshadowing. If not, then that will be another updated video. So there we go. Win-win. So we're doing good on that so far through January. 4th resolution, 3 big vacations. And so I'll be done with rotations pretty soon, and they'll have a little bit of a gap between when I have to start residency. So in that gap, I plan on going mega hard and going to places that I've always wanted to go. Trying to go to Alaska is something that I've always wanted to do. Glacier Bay National Park. And so I've got plans to go to there, as well as Hawaii. I've always wanted to go to Kauai. Beautiful place. Seems like a magical fairyland place. Not that I want to go to a fairyland. And then I always wanted to go back to the motherland, which is like Scotland, but also kind of Japan. But probably Scotland, because that's what I am, as you can tell. Next one, for my 5th, graduate medical school. We'll throw that in there. I feel like that's pretty decent accomplishment. And I hope to get that done. So we'll see what happens. Now, this next one is something that I've also had on my list for last year, full disclosure. Learned 50 countries and their flags. So I started really hot. I was learning things like Belgium, Nicaragua, things like that. And then I completely fell off. I just didn't use the app. I actually only used the app when I was doing abs, which only happened about 4 times last year. So, these kind of 2 birds, 1 stone, get the abs done and get the flags done. Next resolution. Boom, eat a raw fruit or veggie every day. I think I've been on this. I forgot to keep track of this one so far, but you know what? It's okay to make mistakes. It's okay. I actually ate a tomato today. I remember, because I had a salad, which I guess has other stuff on it. I don't know why I said tomato. I don't even like tomatoes. Eat healthy, stay happy. Is that what Dr. Mike says? Second to last one. Get into baseball. I've been saying this for a long time. I don't get it. I don't get baseball. I don't understand, but I want to. I really want to get it. It just seems like a summer sport that everybody would love on a summer day, kind of, getting ice cream after a game and having sunflower seeds in your feet or whatever. That sounds like something that would be really appealing to me. But I just don't understand baseball. I like going to games, but they're kind of boring. But maybe if I learned all the stats and could name 5 people that actively play, I think it'd be sick. So that's my penultimate New Year's resolution. And the last one, Wednesday updates to my friends. Every Wednesday, kind of sending a video, just a real quick informal thing to your buddies, either on Snapchat or whatever you got, saying what's up, updating on what you're doing in your life, what's going on the next week. You got anything that you're scared or happy or in love with, I just think it's important to keep your connections and keep relationships strong. And so this is something that I really want to keep going. 5 for 5 at this point, even though I think one of them might have been on a Thursday on time thing. I'm just being real honest here. I want to keep that going at least every week. So awesome. So those are all my resolutions for this year. I want you guys to keep me accountable. And if you want me to keep you up on my Wednesday updates, send me a text or something, and we can exchange Wednesday updates, because I'd like to know what's going on in your guys' lives. And my final thoughts on New Year's resolutions and life at this point is, I've always been someone to kind of try to run from doing something. I don't know if it's my ADHD or what, but I can never sit still, not just physically, but mentally. I always want to kind of be doing something. I'd always rather be moving than doing nothing. And so, but I don't know. I feel like I used to see it as kind of a crutch on things, and I'd be annoying to people because I always wanted to do stuff, to my parents and my friends and whatnot. But I kind of see it as kind of a positive. To be the same is to not change, and to not change is to not evolve. So I always want to keep moving and keep moving on to the next thing, and I want to be the Charles Darwin of myself. I know there's some people that say New Year's resolutions are stupid and it's just made up day, and you should just be able to change because you want to change, not because some made up holiday tells you to do it. And I say true, ideally that would be great, but I also say that isn't everything just made up anyway? Why can't we just celebrate our achievements, give ourselves our flowers for putting in the work all the time? I think there's a lot of hate, and everybody just wants to make each other the enemy, but I really don't think that we're so unalike. I don't think each other is the enemy. I think the enemy is complacency, staying the same. I think the biggest win you can have in life is to simply be better than who you were yesterday. I have total confidence that every one of you guys can do this. I love you. I hope you have a great 2025. Comment your New Year's resolutions down in the comments, and I'll hold you to it in December of this year. Let's go. We got this.